Howdy, howdy, it's Brian. How you doing today? I hope you're doing real good. I just wanted to do one more video, even though I promised I was going to do videos that were more on things that are fun. And I was going to call this video Sheep of Sheep. And now, whether a person's religious or not, you got what we call sheep of God. You know, he's supposed to bring you to greener pastures. And then we have sheep of men, and then sheep of sheep. So the sheep of God, you could have anybody that could be Albert Einstein, who believes that there's something out there that's, you know, or even Mother Teresa, a bodybuilder or a conductor of an orchestra. So I think the sheep of God have a big spectrum of things they can be, and there's no limit. The sky's the limit. But sheep of men is when somebody's telling you, you know, what they feel, and you have to analyze that, whether you think that's a good message, you know, from something higher than themselves. And then you have the sheep of sheep, which are people that are just kind of regurgitating what the sheep of men say. So there's all the peers are just going over the same stuff. Now, I think that you know, I was thinking maybe it would be good to go to one of the supporting Palestine, but I wouldn't wear the Palestinian cloth because of the way they treat women. Now, if you know, we had Gloria Steinem, Angela Davis. You know, back in the day, I thought they were great, hot, and I'm not afraid of a woman that says her mind. I don't have to agree with everything they say, but if you take most of the Muslims, like we just watched a special on Afghanistan, the cooking and the street vendors in Afghanistan today. Not one woman. My wife says, oh, there's not one woman there. And I know that there were some Muslims that, you know, from Syria and different places that went to Sweden. And a few years back, they had a celebration, and then it got out of hand. These Muslims were groping the women, and then the crime rate went up. Now, I think education and expectations and law would help on integration. So I guess they're going to try to work that out. So my wife says, you know what? The women, Palestinian women, are getting a double deal. They're not only treated like third-class citizens by the men, but they're also being killed by the IDF. So they're getting it the worst. She says she didn't care, you know, maybe, you know, somewhere get the men out of the way, and have the women take over, and maybe it'd be better. So these guys that are gays, you know, gay people for Palestine, they throw you off the roof or cut your head off. It's back in this, you know, 7th century type of thing. Now, there's different degrees in different countries. It varies, you know, where, you know, there's some women that do a lot of things, but many of them, or most of them, do not treat women anywhere near. Heck, even the suffragettes, back then when they wanted to get the right to vote, would have been treated, you know, horribly. And then, you know, when if a woman makes love to somebody that their parents says you're not supposed to, and they might have an honor killing or something, that's insanity. So if I was to support the Palestinians, I support humanity. So I wanted to get that a little clear, because it's just the humanity. I don't think it's humane to do the bombing, but I think there has to be some help to get these people to be a little more out of the 7th century, and give the women some more equal footing. And I think that'll help. Now, there's families in, you know, the West Bank that are, I don't know why we sent so many rifles and now they're all going to the settlers, and the settlers are shooting up people that just are working the land in their olive groves. So it's insanity. But anyway, so there's a few things. So like I said, Hamas would kill the women, livers, and gays, and they wouldn't like the suffragettes. And I think any of the old school, I don't know, I saw something on TV about the Talmud, which was some Israeli writings and stuff. It didn't sound too good. And then, of course, the eye for eye and tooth for tooth, some of the old Muslim stuff doesn't sound that good either. I think goodwill, and if you're talking about being martyred, I don't see how being martyred counts unless you're doing it for the purpose of goodwill. Now, it isn't goodwill what's going on, having all these bombs and things hit Palestine. So I'm in support of humanity. I'm not pro-Palestinian because I don't believe in the way they treat women. So my wife was wanting me to make that clear, and it's true. I feel exactly that way. And so both of us are neither pro-Palestinian or pro-Israel. There's a power imbalance there, and I think to move forward, I think they're going about it the wrong way. Israel is, and I think there's better ways to do it without all this killing. If you really want to be have Israel as a country, and you want to go after Hamas, well, I guess you have to go in the tunnels instead of destroying all the whole place. So we'll have to figure out what their motivation apparently is to displace them. But I think that's not going to solve it. That's just going to not only kick the can down the road, it might cause further problems. So humanity is what matters. But I just want to be clear that I'm not really pro-Palestinian because of the way they treat women. And I think the Muslim religion is still, I don't like it that much as far as the way they treat women, and I don't know if a guy stealing bread should have his hand chopped off if his family's starving. But I think bombing people is wrong to the way that they're doing it, Netanyahu. So anyway, I'm just, I don't know if we can just hope for the best, but if I do go to one of the movements to protest what's happening, I'm not going to say I'm pro-Palestinian. Maybe we should start some pro-humanity because there's problems that need to be resolved. It's just nobody seems to be going about it the right way. And we'll see what our leaders do next. Thanks for your time. Have a good one.